I can't imagine what it feels like to be the hedge funds right now, looking at 100% utilization on not only AMC, but on a lot of the stocks that are ready to blow. Let's talk about why AMC pushed through 2 levels of resistance today and is currently nearing the $20 mental barrier. We have to talk about exactly why the VWAP had a major crossover here early in the day, where we were able to get another significant buy signal on AMC, and why it is going to be another bullish day for both GameStop and our AMC stock. Let's talk about why Professor Meatball is sleeping. It's because you guys have not yet slapped that like button and gotten it all the way up to 1,200. Let's get more retail investors onto this video so that we do not lose track of the rocket currently in progress. And with that, let's get going. First thing you'll have noticed is that we had percent free float on loan at 22.85. Okay, so that's the first thing, the percent change, small percent on there. So we have the rest of the data on Ortex seeming like it is trucking along. Shares on loan still 117.75, up a little bit since 7 days ago. But the most important thing to note is that 7 days ago we had utilization 81.82. Now we're at 100%. Major changes. When we saw this MACD crossover, of course, you guys know, moving average convergence divergence here, this orange line that I'm going to highlight here is a major factor of when we are going to see a fast and furious rip. Across this blue line here is when we would be able to see the most bullish action, and then we saw the final power hour push when that blue line had given the orange line a bounce. So we had a potential cross back underneath that blue line. It did not happen. In fact, we had the bounce bringing us up levels of resistance here at $17 and then at 1883. So 1790 something, 1880 something. Next levels of resistance are leading us all the way up to $20. And that means we're going to have to take a look at the options chain. If you guys had paid attention to Option Sonar, you would have seen $1 million gathered just today on that $20 call. That $20 call. So take a look at this. We are waiting whether or not this is starting to be able to give us that gamma ramp that we need to be able to push strongly through that $20 resistance. I'm able to track this because of just staring at this stock and tracing its analytics for a month now. But there is going to be a major push from 1960 all the way up to 2178. So if you guys had been watching AMC push further and further up until that 2178, that is the next level of resistance that we are likely going to see 30x percent. 30x percent. All right. So that is 3 0 digits. That's already on top of that 15% rip today and that 10% rip yesterday. I'm just going to go out and say this looks a lot like the January price action, as well as the June gamma squeeze that we saw on both AMC and GME. GME, of course, has a lot of distance to travel between 117, is the current level of resistance, where it pushed off, is currently 7.5% up at 124, leading itself about $20 left until that next level of resistance up 147.17. That's huge. Take a look at the volume, 3.83 million. Take a look at AMC's volume, okay? Compare that with the average 3 months. Last 3 months, about 46.46 million volume. We have roughly 80% more than that today, almost double. So we're looking at 75.29 million. That's pretty significant. Knowing that the rest of the market is taking this opportunity to be able to gauge where it currently lays its strengths and weaknesses, AMC had plans to open more theaters to be able to take advantage of the fact that it has liquidity and it's not willing to let that opportunity slide. Okay, take a look at the far right side of the options chain. Still, people are throwing money down at the $145. They have not stopped throwing money on the far right side of the options chain, giving us a ton of stocks out of the money to be able to ramp upward towards. Let's take a look at the options chain for GME as well, and then we're going to take a look at what the Lux algorithm is going to tell us in terms of that buy signal. I'm assuming now that you guys can see that MACD crossover is right around the beginning of the day. We had that buy signal pretty early on. However, it might be a continuation of buy signals that we've already seen in the past. In fact, we might have seen it right around here. Right, this is where we noted the AMC buy signal was yesterday, because it was at $14.73 that you would have been able to catch the rocket just today and yesterday combined. all the way up to nearly $19. There's that buy signal on the 15-minute mark here, and we just have not stopped. Notice that we were able to calculate that there's a potential bounce here because of that EQ cloud right here, this little green candle that was bringing us from $16 and brought us all the way into the third overbought Bollinger here, so that's $18.63. All right, let's dumb it down a tiny bit and look at the 1-minute chart here. Okay, of course, you guys know this is Luck's algorithm. It gives you the buy and sell signals at whatever time interval you are looking for, and it gives you an opportunity to be able to not only play major long plays, but also shorter plays that are, again, riskier. Not a financial advisor, but especially not your financial advisor. Take a look at that strong buy signal from the very beginning of the day, right? That was after a pre-market strong sell signal that would have been able to get you up from about 1635 all the way up to 1820, where that sell signal would have been able to give you a hint on the minute chart, at least if you were day trading. Again, that's risky. Not giving you advice one way or another. Strong buy signal through the day, especially at the end of the power hour, we're able to land us on AMC's third Bollinger, but now steadily sliding into the after hours makes us pretty happy. Makes us pretty happy that AMC is still trucking onto the next level of resistance. Once again, you're looking at that 2178 hungrily for potential end of the week price action. Again, this is based off of good old fundamentals, but we had tracked in the very beginning that there is 100% utilization. People are loading cannons in the back end, and you want to make sure that you don't stop holding a magnifying glass so that they don't get an opportunity to reload. If you look at the short interest today, we had a small rip, a small rise in about 1%. 2118 is the current short interest, right around 108.72. So 1 out of every 5 bananas is still just in the pockets of doubling up a pocket of 2 retail investors. So this is just what Ortex can calculate, which means there's significantly more in the dark pools. We talked about that in the last video. If you guys wanted to look at the last video or look at a playlist of either AMC or GME data, you will be very smart apes to go ahead into the description or go into the channel itself and find a playlist that best suits your needs, because we're going to keep track of this stock as well as the stocks that you guys care about as we go onward and upward, moonbound. Thank you guys for supporting the show. Thank you guys for watching all the way to the end. You guys are the coolest. Drop a comment that says that you were able to reach this part of the video, and like Sleepy Meatball over there, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to drop a like and subscribe if you want to hear more. Thank you guys, and we'll see all of you, every single one of you, in the money. Peace.